As we stand on Erev Pesach, we want to discuss a little pointer about the Chag HaEmunah. We know this is the Yom Tov of our faith to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to the degree that Zohar HaKadosh even calls Matzah Na'ama de Mehemnuta, Lechem HaEmunah, the bread of faith. This is the foundation of our Emunah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to the degree that almost every mitzvah that we do is Zecher L'Tziat Mitzrayim. Even Shabbat, which is one of the fundamentals of Yiddishkeit. When we say Kiddush is Zecher L'Tziat Mitzrayim, in Tefillot of Shabbat is Zecher L'Tziat Mitzrayim. Even though Shabbat was perhaps given before the rest of the mitzvot and so on. All the things that we do that have to do with faith is Zecher L'Tziat Mitzrayim. The foundation was laid on the day of Yetziat Mitzrayim. Now, how this works is very interesting, because the father of our faith was Avraham Avinu, V'ya'amen b'Hashem, the one that found Hashem, so to speak, believed in Hashem, was Avraham Avinu. And Avraham, the way he would bring people to Emunah was to go back to the source of everything. He would have, his thing of Emunah happened also around the table. As we sit tomorrow night around the table, saying the story of Yetziat Mitzrayim, giving it over to people around a meal, around a table, Avraham Avinu's giving over of the Emunah also happened around the table. He would have a meal with these people, and at the end they wanted to really profusely thank him, and he would say, no, don't thank me. Go to the source of everything. The source of all these food is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We do basically the same structure, that we give over the multi-generational faith, the history of our nation, and everything that has happened to us. We give it over around the table, around food of matzah, maror, korech, all those things, and we go back also to the source. You have to go back to the source of everything. The Gemara says you have to be matchil begenut, umsayem b'shevach. You have to go to the very beginning, the humble beginning that we had, and then you build up that history to realize the ultimate thanks that we owe to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And obviously, on a personal level, this has to be extended to every family, to recognizing all the work that has been put into making the Pesach possible, cleaning up, preparing the food, and so on and so forth. That's how a family is built. That's how a nation is built. The source of our emunah comes from the recognition of all of us being the family that was built from Avraham Avinu, from a very humble beginning of him finding HaKadosh Baruch Hu and giving over that lesson to his children. Hashem says, I choose Avraham because he cares about giving over the message of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to his children. That because I know he's going to transmit the message not just to himself but to generations to come. That element of Avraham Avinu becomes the element of night of Seder. That's why we speak about Avraham Avinu, right? Avraham and Nahor and their belief in their source of worship, and from there trickling down to Yitzchak, to Yaakov, coming to Mitzrayim, and then building up a nation. That is a fundamental yesod, a fundamental thought process that we have to have as we step into this most wondrous Chag of all time. Be'ezrat Hashem, for all of us to be zocheh to a calm, restful Shabbat, preparing for Pesach, and with that, the Chag kasher v'sameach for all of us. Be'ezrat Hashem. Amen.